Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another and the final episode to Arcane Reactions, at least for Season 1. This is Rod Live and my name is Matt. Hello. Okay everybody, hello. Hope you're having a nice day. Jesus. We're finishing Arcane and this show has been a banger so far. So this final episode I'm I don't even know what to expect. Okay, so let's talk about previous episode, what happened. So Vi and Jayce went out and tried to be proactive and tried to take out this facility that Silco was using in order to produce Shimmer. I'm pretty sure, I think that's what it was. Caitlyn was being ambushed by Jinx right at the end. That was the cliffhanger. I was worried that her parents might be dead or something. Viktor disintegrated Sky accidentally. Well, it's more like she disintegrated herself. She tried to interfere with the process and just couldn't take it and just... But yeah, Viktor was just standing in the pile of ashes of what used to be his friend and the person who had a crush on him. Viktor was transforming his body, starting with his leg and then following with his arm into this weird metal thing. He was turning into Iron Man in order to stop his body from dying. Mel's mom showed up. And she kind of tried to convince Jayce to develop weapons and shit. And Jayce made the the hammer thing, and then he committed child murder. Cool. Yeah, that's pretty much the recap for previous episode. Jinx has the thing. Oh, I forgot something really important I have in the last episode. Jinx did go through weird conversion, something that Sinch did on her, because Silco brought Jinx injured body because she exploded to Sinch and was like, save her, I don't care what happens. And Sinch was like, all right, shame, just clocks out the gun, well, the syringe, and just he put Silco out of commission because he was like, you don't need to see this. And then he did some shit on Jinx and it was kind of fucked up. You see the shimmer go through her body and it was really bad. And she was having hallucinations of Vi and Caitlyn and all sorts of stuff. And it's just yeah, that girl ain't right. But now I think she's even worse because I feel after that procedure, she might have lost her mind. That's my guess. So for this episode, I'm almost expecting to see some kind of confrontation between Vi and Jinx. Well, because Jinx went after Caitlyn, and I almost feel Vi is gonna come in and try and stop Jinx, try and save Caitlyn or whatever. But I was thinking how is that gonna happen? And I'm almost thinking that Jinx is gonna taunt her, just be come here, save your girlfriend, something like that, you know? I can see that happening because Jinx is being, I mean, now she's even worse, but even before she was vindictive, she was delusional, she was feeling she was replaced, she was feeling Caitlyn is evil and Vi is just making fun of her, so I can imagine this being the course of action. But besides that, I have no idea what's gonna happen this episode. And I do know that there's a season 2 of the show coming up. It was announced. I'm not sure if the season 2 is gonna follow this story, if it's gonna follow another story, if this story has concluded or not. I have no idea what it's gonna be doing because the world of League is pretty vast, so they can do anything moving forward and they can do anything with this episode. So yeah, I have no idea. Check out the Patreon, check out the link in the description below or the pop up on the screen. You can watch full-length access episodes to Arcane. I would say early access, but the show is over. You can watch whatever show I'm going to be watching after this one, which I haven't decided yet. I'll figure that shit out this next week. But yeah, check that out. But mostly just full-length reactions for Arcane. That's there. Anyway, shout out to Norman. Norman is a real one. Thank you for sponsoring this video and every video for this month. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it. So, Arcane, Season 1, Episode 9, Finale. Let's go.
This is over.
Not for me.
Y'all gonna fight each other? I wasn't expecting this. Is someone gonna interrupt? No, he's just gonna give up. Okay. Okay. I'm not fully down with this crusade that she's on though. But I do understand it. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Oh, it's gonna try and destroy it. Can you even do that? Nope. He didn't want to do it. It's unstable. Oh god. What was that?
Because you weakened me. I couldn't endure the look in your eyes whenever I made the decisions, the necessary decisions to keep us safe. Let the war unfold. Then you come home, take your place at my side. It's where you belong.
Man, so much of this show just looks like a painting. It's so beautiful.
I'm sorry. I don't know where you'd have preferred.
Damn, he looks so defeated. The way his body moves, he looks so tired. What are we looking at? Call of the Void?
Am I interrupting?
Oh, Jayce is gonna save him. Like he saved Jayce before.
You have to destroy it. The Hex Core. I can't do it. Promise me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I promise. In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good.
Man, that's heavy. Okay, here we go.
You screwed up, Silco.
It is ironic that he's like in some ways doing the exact same thing as Vander was back then.
But I still believe in Haarute.
I thought she was gonna do that. It could have gone either way, but because of the way that was being built up, I was like, she's gonna stab the other dude. She didn't stab him, she just sliced him. That was so sick though. Silco is like, holy shit, that worked. Oh, a note? What does that say? Oh, he arranged a meeting. Okay, this is interesting.
Free trade routes, blanket amnesty, unrestricted access to the Hexgate sovereignty. You really think you're in a position to demand all this? Today I got a glimpse of what war between us might look like.
He doesn't want
Your
it.
people wouldn't stand a chance. The Council couldn't care less. I'm trying to save you from annihilation.
Not the fresh-faced Academy pledge, are you? You want peace, this is the price.
Return the gemstone. And I need Jinx. She has to pay for what she's done.
They weren't her crimes. She was working for me.
Trying to
Believe
protect
me,
your daughter.
If I had it my way, it'd be you rotting in Stillwater. But we can't make a deal with a snake and cut off its head. We both have our shitty parts to play.
Whoa.
Get me Jinx, and I'll give you your nation of Zon.
Wow. How is this gonna go? I mean, I think Jinx is literally a loose cannon right now. Oh, Donger, what's up? Yeah, you brought him here. Maybe Donger can set up shop here. Maybe he can help out from this place.
Why this form? Surely there are more efficient and safer methods of transportation.
Because it's fucking cool, yo!
It's not enough to give people what they need to survive. You have to give them what they need to live.
Yeah, okay, that's awesome. I love that.
The boy didn't even haggle. And what do I lose but problems?
Oh, he's having...
Makes sense now, brother.
Yeah, he understands Vander. You have to give up your daughter and you get everything you wanted. And he's like, I don't want to. And now he understands. That's so good. I could see it before.
Things so undoing. As a daughter.
But now it's finally there. Oh, she's right there. Oh, she's right there. That's so good. Jinx didn't have context for what he said, though. What the fuck am I looking at? Woo! I'm excited for this sequence. Ah, this is a proper duel. Yosha! Hara! Hara! Just a bunch of guards being destroyed. Whoa, the animation's so fucking good. Whoa. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god, that sword is insane. Oh god.
I
Damn.
wish I could say it gets easier, kiddo. But I'd be lying. What I can say is, she still needs you. They all do. So what do you say?
Damn.
That's my girl.
Sick. One punch. Oh! Oh my god. Block. Oh, the fucking shield. You forgot about her passive. There we go. Rip her arm off. Fucking yeet her across the room. Hell yeah. Done.
Bravo, sis.
Oh god. Shit. Mel might be down
With
for it, but
respect,
I don't know
give
about
a
anyone
shit
else.
what any of you think of me anymore.
Woo.
Peace with Silco in exchange for the Undercity's independence.
Yeah.
Nonsense.
Everyone is. Yeah, everyone is like, what? What am I looking? Oh, okay. She's gonna wake up and Jinx is gonna be like, hello, sister. Caitlyn's gonna be here too, probably.
Silco thinks he made Jinx. But he didn't make Jinx. You did.
I'm sorry, Powder. I never meant to leave you.
You never left. I always heard you. You're the reason I'm still alive.
I spent so many nights in that shitty prison on that freezing floor. The only thing that kept me going was the thought of getting back to you.
Are we still sisters?
Nothing is ever going to change that.
I always knew you'd come back.
What's going on?
I feel like Jinx is gonna test her. Kill Caitlyn, and we're cool, or don't. Oh, Cisco's right there too. And the Milo puppet, and the Clagger.
everything from us.
Yeah, sure. Vi is like, damn, this girl ain't right. Oh god. What's in there?
I paid your girlfriend a visit this morning.
What did you do?
I made her a snack.
It's not her.
I'm not that crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. She's coming in now. Yeah. This makes sense.
Leave her out of this!
Where should I sit? That's your choice, really. It could go away.
Powder, listen. We can just go. We'll leave and never come back.
Where would we go? No. She's not saying that.
It's true. We'll put this behind us. You'll never have to see him again, Powder.
She's lying. We'll be with her a day before she realizes you
Fucking
aren't that girl
goddamn it.
anymore, and turns her back on you.
You aren't lying. You wouldn't lie to me. Not again.
I'm not lying.
She never
I'm
lied.
on your side. I promise.
They can all burn. Everyone betrays us, Jinx. Vander. Her. They will never understand. It's only us. You're my daughter. I'll never forsake you.
Drop the gun!
She has the minigun. Ooh.
Drop the gun.
Wait! She's my sister.
Vi, she's too far gone.
Whoa. Jeez.
You see, Now finish it.
Damn it, Powder! Wake up! Remember who you are. I know you remember. Get your Milo. Clatter! Stop, Vander!
Shut up! Don't listen to her!
Yes!
Oh god. Okay, back. Show me. I think she shot him. I think she fucking blasted Silco. Yeah. I mean, this is fucked up either way.
I'm sorry.
I never would have given you to them.
Yeah.
Anything. Don't
Alright.
cry. You're perfect.
Alright. There goes your third father figure. Oh my god. Alright. And now.
We'll be okay.
No. Yep, I'm gonna sit here now. Alright. This is my seat. Alright.
Maybe you could love me like you used to, even though I'm different. But you changed too. So, here's to the new us.
I am the monster you created. These pieces.
What are you doing?
We'll show them. We will show them all.
Damn, that purple tear.
What could have been?
I support Councillor Talus's proposal for peace.
She might be shooting at the council. Yeah. But now...
What could have been?
Jeez. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Fuck you! There has to be an after. No, I don't give a shit about Demon Slayer, Netflix. Okay, so first things first, I'm sorry if this is a spoiler. Jayce is gonna be fine, I think, because he exists in the game, and the game takes place after this. So if they care about lore continuity, then Jayce is gonna be fine. But, what the fuck? Like, that looked bad. That looked like that would be really bad. And Jayce would be right at the center of whatever happens there. So that would be... I'm gonna say Mel's probably not gonna live, maybe. Because she was right dead on where that hit. Everyone else in that room could be dead immediately, except for Jayce. Somebody did leave me a comment. I'm thinking about it. Somebody did leave me a comment letting me know that I shouldn't be too focused on what the game is, because they do want to write things different from the game. But I'm not sure to what extent. I think that's it. I'm pretty sure this is like we're done. I'm just clutching onto the hope that maybe the show would give me something. But it's not gonna give me anything. That's it. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna tell my best friend to watch Arcane. I mean, what do we even say, dude? Like, the end of the show was not the show, the season. I suppose that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like I needed like an actual ending, not a middle of the show ending. You know, just like this show really just shows you fucked up shit and then just says, "All right," and that's it. Like they don't elaborate. Just Arcane waltzes in, shows you fucked up stuff, refuses to elaborate, and ends. And when I say that, I mean the fact that like we're not gonna get like conclusive answers as to what's gonna happen to the council, what's gonna happen to Piltover, what's gonna happen to Sun, what's gonna happen to Jinx, what is she gonna do now? Like like what is Scaling gonna do, what is Vi gonna do. We don't know anything. It's literally just like shit happens, obligatory music number of the episode. You see where every character is doing at that moment in time, and then you see a rocket about to explode one of the characters, and then it just ends, and it's just like, all right, like fuck, like I don't know. I'm not saying anything of substance right now, but like I feel like Arcane fans can empathize with me when I'm just expressing my almost frustration with the fact that the show just decided to end like that. Not the show, the season. Like they announced there's gonna be another season, and I'm gonna bet that they knew that there was gonna be a second season. Like they knew. Like when they made season 1, they were like, all right, this is for sure. We're gonna do another season, and like I'm gonna say, I don't like that if they do this, but it feels like they're gonna do another season of the same story, like Piltover and Son. I don't know if I like that. In fact, I don't like that. But there is a possibility of the next season following another Noxus, for example. Like I feel like they set up Noxus pretty okay. Oh yeah, like okay, I can see it. So Mel dies. And then the next season we see Mel's mom on like a warpath against the nation of Son and Jinx, because they're the ones that fucking exploded my daughter. I can see it happening because we see in this episode that she cares. And if she cares, it means that if something happens to Mel, then she would have a warpath, and she's a Noxian, and she seems like a high-ranking Noxian person or something. I'm not sure about the details, but let's say that she is. And if that is the case, maybe we can follow next season Noxus. We can see her being a character of importance in there. And I would bet that we're going to follow Noxian characters instead of her. So it would be like, I don't know, Katarina, Darius, Draven. Darius and Draven. Those are the two new main characters, the two new siblings. Darius and Draven. Sorry, Arcane fans. I'm talking about League now. Fuck. Okay. But this is a theory. We might follow Noxus next season. Maybe. Because it would make sense, because it would give you an answer about what happens at the end here, because they would reference to it. It would be like, oh, Mel died. And then you're like, okay, you get an answer as to what happened at the end of this episode. And then that ties into the next plot with the next city, and it ties into Son and Piltover. So that would be a great thing to do it. That would be a great way to do it. Like you get to see a city and the tales of that city and the people in that city, and then the next season we follow a different city, but everything ties into every event that you saw in the first city, and then you do that for every like leaked city region. And this is something good because every city is like very unique. Every like nation, I suppose, is very unique, and it would be pretty awesome to see all of them. And that's why I don't want to see Arcane season 2 being Piltover and Son again. I want to see, I mean, I suppose it's not really Son, it's still the Undercity. It's like Silco didn't go through with the deal, and I bet that the council wouldn't want that to go through now after what just happened right here at the end. So yeah, like, because like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't know if we could have another like 10 episodes following the same characters and actually giving me something that like something good that sticks to me, you know, like a very good story like this first season did. I don't know if you could do that with 10 episodes for the same cast, because we already got the entire Jinx and Vi divide happening. That's good for a story, but we already did it. We already finished it. We can have a story about Vi joining the police, the enforcers, but that would get old after like one episode. Jayce becoming an invent. He's already like, I don't know what else you can do with Jayce. Viktor becoming, okay, that's the thing. You can do Viktor becoming something else, but other than that, there isn't really much. I mean, Heimerdinger, I suppose, building stuff, but like, there's not enough. There's not enough for another season of this following the same things. we would have to do something different. Okay, so that's my guess. That's my guess about where the show is going to go. We get Piltover and the Undercity, which would be Sun, and then next season we're going to do Noxus, specifically Noxus, and it's going to tie back into everything that happened in season 1, and it's going to give you answers, and it's going to give you this cameos from characters from the first season, and you're going to be like, oh shit, that's Jayce. It's like, yes, that is him. Shit, that's Vi, and it's like, yeah, that is her. I'm going to say Jinx, probably, most likely Jinx. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to get another new whole story, new city, and but you're going to get sprinkles of what happened in the first season, and you're going to get answers. You're going to learn as you watch it. And then the third season is going to be Demacia, and I have no idea what Ionia, sure. Fourth season Ionia, third season Demacia, second season Noxus. That's my guess. This is completely based on nothing, but whatever. Okay. I think I talk enough shit. Let's actually talk about the episode. That episode was pretty good. I literally just went to my best friend, and I was like, yo, Arcane is a banger. Because, like, every episode I've been talking to my friend, being like, Arcane's pretty good. And just saying shit. And this is a friend of mine who knows about Arcane for sure, but hasn't seen it yet. And it's a friend that doesn't like League, doesn't like anything, but it's just like, it is a thing of like, is it as good as everyone says it is? And I'm just like, it's pretty good so far. I don't know if it's going to nail its landing, but now I just finished it and I'm like, it's good. Go watch it. I'm going to be like, go watch it. It's totally good. I don't know about nailing its landing because of the fact that it was a cliffhanger. And I do kind of like dislike cliffhangers. You know, I kind of do because it's like, all right, like I don't mind a cliffhanger if it's like, if there's another season that I can watch immediately afterwards, but like, if you're going to do a cliffhanger and be like, tune in for season 2, I'm just like, all right, fucking, like, I'm going to stop caring by the time season 2 comes out, you know? Like, you're not going to manage to hook me that bad for, like, a year until the next season comes out. It's just like, bro, just give me a conclusion, and then I'll be, like, satisfied with that conclusion, and then I can come in for season 2 and be like, yeah, I have good feelings about this show. But yeah, anyway, that was still pretty good. And the thing about this episode, I mean, the main thing about this episode is definitely Jinx becoming Jinx, I suppose, which I feel has been the main thing about the show. I would say that. I did say that, like, maybe after Sinch treated her, she went, like, a little bit crazy. I didn't see that much in this episode. Like, I didn't see it. There were moments when she's just like, shut up, stop talking, and she keeps hearing voices and shit, but, like, that was there before Sinch did something to her. So, as far as I know, the only thing that Sinch did was give her cool purple eyes. Which, honestly, I'm down for. Yo, Sinch juice me up. Like, do it, bro. Like, I'm down for that. That would be fucking cool. Something he probably did is that there was a moment where Jinx and Caitlyn were having their standoff. And she dropped her gun, and then she kind of laughed. And she tried to play innocent. She was like... And she kind of started laughing. And then she had the moment where she, like, literally, like, warped. She, like, moved so fast that it, like, the animation just kind of, like... It's almost like she used the world. And she was, like, lipping forward. And then she just fucking slammed Caitlyn down, I think, and disarm her. I don't remember exactly what she did. I think she hit her in the head with the minigun. I'm not sure what she did, but she just moved so fast that Caitlyn couldn't react to it. So that's probably something the Shimmer did. I will say that that's probably a side effect of the Shimmer. I'm not sure what else it did, but sure. Okay. What else? I will say something I really like about this episode was the Silco stuff. I really love the Silco stuff. And this is something that I feel like people told me just like, hey, pay more attention to the Silco stuff. Just like, someone did leave a comment that was like, stop thinking so much about League. Start thinking about like, focus more on the characters and what they're about. But I think it was pretty okay. I don't know if I missed many stuff. I might have done that. I'm gonna say I probably did, just because I have ADHD and I just kind of miss stuff. I just kind of don't pay attention to stuff because I'm thinking about something else. But like, I really enjoyed the Silco thing, and it's something that I realized like 5 episodes ago, because in this episode he directly addresses the thing that I said already. I think I'm pretty sure I said it in episode 4. At some point in the video for episode 4 I said it, And it's the fact that Silco is finally understanding what Vander like was on about. And I looked at episode 3. When I was editing episode 3, I realized that Jinx, like he embraced Jinx. He embraced Powder, like little Powder. And that's when he sort of became a dad. And then he looked over at Vander's body. And you can interpret that a couple different ways. But when I was editing that episode, I looked at that and I thought, oh shit, he might be cluing into why Vander was that way. Because in episode 3, there was the scene when he was like hitting Vander, he was like tied up, and he was like kind of torturing him, and he was like, why? Why do you refuse to fight for us? Like, why do you lose the fight for our cause? Like, and Vander, the only thing Vander said is like, I'm not that man anymore. And Silco was like, why? I don't understand. Fuck you. In this episode, he finally fully understands. It's the idea that now Jayce literally gave him, like, the way the storytelling for this is set up is so masterfully, because it literally set it up so everything that Silco wanted was offered to him, just completely, just like, here you go. You get your nation, you get your independence, you get access to Hexates, you get everything. All you need to do is give us Jinx. And Silco finally had the moment when he was like, I don't want to. And that's when he realized what Vander was about. Vander was like, I don't want to keep fighting this. I would rather just take care of my daughters. So now Silco is finally understanding what Vander was about. And it's so good. Because in a way it keeps... It's like a thing where like it keeps looping in some way. He finally understands Vander, and then he dies like immediately afterwards. And like the original parents, Vi and Powder's parents were killed by Vander. Then Vander was killed by Silco, in a way also by Powder, but Silco, let's say. And now Jinx kills Silco. And what's great about that is that I don't think Silco like hated her for it or anything as he was dying, which is more tragic even. Because so Jinx shot Silco, and then immediately she was like, oh no, I'm sorry. And Silco is like, I was never gonna give you away. Like, for sure. And I remember exactly what he said, but it was something akin to like what were his last words? It was something about like continuing the fight or some shit. So in a way, like Silco accepted Jinx, like right there at the end, he's like, you're perfect, which is this thing where like, so this is something that Jinx says, and like, this is really good because I get it. It's the idea that Jinx talks to Vi and she's like, I change, and I was hoping that you would like accept me for what I am now, but also you've changed, like Vi changed. And this is great because it goes against what I've been saying about like Vi not changing, because nothing about her changed in this entire time. She keeps thinking about the same thing. She keeps worrying about the same people because her life didn't get any new information. She just sat in jail for 7 years and just kind of thought about the same shit over and over. But what did change her was Caitlyn coming in. And Caitlyn came in, and then Vi started spending time with her, and they started doing stuff together, and now she like cares. She cares enough to like not want to do some of this fucked up stuff and wants to fight against it. But the only thing that like Jinx really wants is for her sister to just accept her, to just be like, no, it's totally fine. And in a weird way, like, I think she accepts her. Like, I think Vi accepts Jinx for what she is. I mean, I'm sure she has issues with what she does to a degree, but at the same time, like, I keep thinking back to that scene where the reunion in episode 6, I think, where Powder is like crying and it's like, I changed. And I like that Vi, I remember this because I thought it was such a great line. She was like, don't worry, you did what you had to do to survive. It's okay. we both did. Like, it's okay, don't worry. Like, she accepted that. But now that I'm thinking about it, it might have been as much acceptance as it was just, I'm not down with that. I'm not down with what you are. I understand that you had to do it, but now that you got your sister back, you can revert back to being Powder. But this is all something that wasn't explicitly said by any of them. I don't think, at least. I could be missing that. I could be wrong. But so regardless, the way Jinx interprets this is she doesn't accept this version of me. And I will say that it's pretty great how the show set up Jinx to be different from Powder, because there's a lot of scenes across the episodes where after the time skip where you see Jinx just doing shit that is just like, why? Like, she at one point she just sees like a bird and just fucking shoots her. Just fuck you, bird, die. And it's like so cruel out of nowhere, so impulsive and cruel, and it's just like, why? And that's one of the cases of like, that's just the person she is now. She's just someone that is, she kind of acts on impulse, and in a way she kind of gets off on doing weird shit. And even while fighting, she like seems like she's enjoying just shooting people. She's enjoying just exploding things. She like mocks people as she blows up. And in a way, like, the trauma made her become that. And now she feels like that just became her. Like, she has accepted that to be this version of her, which in a way makes sense too, because when you're someone that's odd, or in any way, if you're different, which applies because Jinx has fucked up trauma because of what happened in her childhood in episode 1 and then in episode 3, it makes it so she grows up to like have issues. If she has issues, she doesn't fit in. If she doesn't fit in and has issues, then she kind of, you have a couple of things you can do in order to deal with that. And I think that what she did is that she embraced the idea of, I'm Jinx now. I'm just a little bit crazy. Haha, whatever. Pew, pew, pew. Hey. Monkeys and gadgets and just explosions and just laughing. But that's like her way of coping. Just like, this is what I am now, and y'all just gonna have to deal with that. But that's her way of like coping with her trauma, coping with the fact that she's alone, coping with the fact that she feels guilty, coping with everything. It's just the fact that like she became this version of her, which is just like, haha, lamau, quirky, I shoot gun, I kill people, whatever, haha, la la la, just laughing. It's almost like a way of like not thinking about all of this like fucked up shit, which is why all of that creeps on her, and like she hears and sees all of this like weird like visions and sounds of Milo and Clagger Vi sometimes, and she says it even in this episode, and like she becomes Jinx as a way to like cope with that. The problem is that she became so attached to this version of herself that she built in order to like survive, that she can't let go of that version of herself, because this is just who I am now. Like, this is just me. And if someone comes along, and I suppose this is something that happens, it's the fact that Vi thinks, this is tragic because I get it. Vi thinks, in a way, she didn't explicitly said it, but there were some lines that really felt like she was going this direction, and I can see it. I think this is the case. Vi feels like she can come along, she can hang out with Jinx now, and things are just gonna go back to the way they used to be. They're just gonna live together, they're just gonna be happy together, and they're just gonna take care of each other like sisters. But like, things are not gonna be the same, because they're fundamentally different people, mostly Jinx. And if they are fundamentally different people, it means that things can never be the same. Like, that's it. Like, we lost 7 years of our lives, we lost all this time that we could have been together, and we evolved in a specific like path, and we're never going to be able to return. It's not like a Digimon. Like, that's it. We're the people that we are now. Vi, in a way, doesn't accept this to be the case. She's thinking, because in her mind, she's thinking about Powder, and she's been thinking about Powder for 7 years. And she's just like, I want to go hang out with Powder. I want to take care of my little sister. The little sister doesn't exist anymore. It's a fundamentally different person. And because of that, Jinx doesn't feel like Vi sees the version of her that she is. She feels like she sees a ghost of the past, which directly translates into she doesn't accept me. She wants a version of me that doesn't exist anymore. But the me that is in the now is someone that she doesn't see. So there's no point in me trying to go with her, because I can't be me when I'm with her, because she doesn't love me, this me. She loves a past me who doesn't exist anymore. So this version of me is alone, and even if I wanted to go with her, she doesn't care about this me. So I'm alone. There's no one. So, well, there was one person, and that was Silco, which is the person that I just shot and killed. So, yeah. A fucking vortex of emotions going inside of Jinx. But it is tragic how this development goes between the two of them. Just the two sisters. And like, I get it. I feel like this wasn't so clear in previous episodes, but in this one definitely, because they directly talked about it. And that's like the main thing, is that they couldn't talk. Like in previous episodes, they couldn't talk. The only moment they talked was episode 6, and it was very brief before they got interrupted. But like, in this episode, they did talk, which I was looking forward to, and it appears that that is the case. Jinx is just a different person now, and she wants to be accepted, she wants to be loved, but Vi doesn't want Jinx, Vi wants Powder. And because Vi wants Powder, Jinx is like, you don't want me, so I guess I'm just gonna go now. And the thing is that she just, in a rush of just things happening and just confusion and emotions, she just shot her dad, Silco, which was the one person that did accept her, because also she was thinking that Silco lied to her. He didn't, because like the one person that didn't tell, like Marcus did hide Vi in the prison without telling Silco. Silco did think that Vi was dead, but Jinx thought that that Silco lied to her, but he didn't. Like, and that's the great thing about this, and that way it's so tragic. Like Silco realized what Vander was about. It's almost like a repeat. It's ironic, and then Silco gets killed by Jinx almost on accident, and Jinx like loses the only person that like accepts the version of her that she is. She doesn't feel like Vi accepts Jinx, therefore I'm just gonna go. Even though she's my sister, like she doesn't want me, so I'm just gonna go. And I can't imagine someone watching this final scene and just being like, if Jinx wants to be with her, why didn't she just go with Vi? But if Jinx hates them, why didn't she just kill them? And it's like, I think it's pretty clear. She doesn't necessarily hate her, at least not a lot. It's the fact that she does feel for Vi. She has ties to Vi, and she didn't kill Caitlyn either because either Caitlyn means something to Vi and she doesn't want to hurt Vi because she cares about Vi, or because there's no point in killing Caitlyn. Like because this entire time they couldn't talk, and in this episode they did find out have a couple moments where they actually interacted, and there is this clear moment where Caitlyn is about to gun down Jinx, and Vi is just like, don't, she's my sister. And like, that's a moment that means a lot to Jinx, because that's a moment where Jinx realizes Vi does care about me. So if Vi does care about me, then okay, I don't hate her. She's not lying to me. Like, legitimately, she doesn't want me to get hurt. That goes a long way. But she can't go with Vi because she doesn't feel accepted by Vi. This version of me doesn't exist to Vi. Vi wants a version of me that's dead, and I'm not gonna go back to that, so I'm just gonna go. Like, I can't be the version of me that my sister wants. That's the other, like, okay, this is another layer of me, like, assuming things, but, like, it would make sense if the reason why she just left them is because she would feel it would be really hurtful. But it would make sense. The reason why she just leaves him is because it would be really hurtful to just like stay around a person that you feel like hurts you. And what I mean by that is that if Jinx stays with Vi, Jinx would feel my sister doesn't love me, which would be something that hurts. So the best thing to do when that happens, quotes, is run away. So I feel like Jinx is probably just like, I'm just gonna run away because I would rather just do whatever as to not think about my sister and how much that hurts. So that could be a reason why she just leaves. Another reason is that she goes and does what Silco wanted, which is we'll show those fuckers, you know? Because Silco was like, I was never gonna give away my daughter. So Jinx is like, okay, he wasn't gonna give me away. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a fight to them and I'm gonna fucking blow them up. So she just goes and does that. That also makes complete sense, and I'm pretty sure that that's the main reason why. But if you want another like take on why Jinx just decided to split from Vi, that's another one. It's because she's hurt. It's because she doesn't feel accepted, and it's because Vi wants a version of Jinx that doesn't exist anymore. So doesn't accept her, and she's hurt, and she runs away. There you go. That's something that does make sense. I might be projecting a little bit. on the show, but I think the show and the drama regarding these characters is like complex enough that I'm pretty sure that makes a lot of sense, actually. I'm pretty sure that to a degree that is true. Alright, then you have like a weird Jinx psychoanalysis. Moving forward, what else happened in the episode? Dude, the Viktor stuff didn't go that hard as I thought it might. It sounds like that's weird because it feels like they're saving it for a second season or something. Like, the Viktor stuff didn't really get a full conclusion. It got like no conclusion. There was no divide between Jayce and Viktor. There was no conclusion to what Viktor does to himself, which in hindsight, in retrospect, I might have spoiled Arcane watchers a little bit in what I say in some of these videos. I am sorry if I spoil you on what might happen, but also people have told me that apparently the writers for this, it's also people that write League lore, but apparently they did say that they don't want to like necessarily take from the games. So Arcane might turn into this like weird alternate universe featuring characters that you know about from the games, but it might not matter at all. Like I don't know, fucking Vi could die and that would just be the end of it. Even though she's like a character in the game in the future, they'll just maybe like kill her. So if they try to do like an alternate universe kind of thing, that would actually work. I would actually be kind of down for that because it would mean that whatever ground floor I have to work on doesn't exist anymore. So I can't theorize. So I'm gonna have to like blind theorize, which would be really fun. So that could be a thing where this goes. So, but still, I am sorry if I spoiled you on some of the stuff that happens with Viktor or Jayce or any character from the games. I mean, I didn't give out a lot. I just feel like they're alive, I suppose. But yeah, sorry, regardless. I will say that Skye left a couple notes for Viktor, and I'm not sure what those notes were. So Viktor did throw away the ashes of Skye, and it is a little bit fucked up because it sounds like he's not going to tell anyone about what happened, which is, it is interesting because it's like, I was doing an experiment and I accidentally killed my coworker and friend. I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen. We're just going to hide away the clothes and her ashes are just going to disappear, and that's the end of that. And it's just like, damn, like that's cool, but also understandable. But she did leave behind a couple notes, and I'm not sure what the notes were. It sounded like she discovered something that maybe he didn't, but they didn't show me anything. So maybe that wasn't it, or maybe it is, and they're saving it for later. But it could also just be a thing where she's just pointing out how much she like looked up to him and how much she noticed what he was about, and almost like Viktor like wasn't realizing what was happening around him. He was so like lost in his search for progress. And he said like a really cool line in the episode. What was it? Where the fuck was that? Where's the scene? We lost ourselves, lost our dream. In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good. That's great. I love that. I love the way that sounded. That was a fantastic line. So yeah, I fucking love that. That was fantastic. But yeah, that kind of closes off the Viktor like part of the story. Jayce realizes I can't lead the people of the Undercity. They need to lead themselves. He's like actually totally down to give them like independence. And it is interesting because we don't see it happening. We only like see glimpses of it, but the entire council started arguing to each other. But then at the end, everyone like agreed to it. Everyone agreed, okay. And it could be like a weird thing where they agreed to something else. We just didn't hear what it was, and they're just saving it for later. Like, hi, gotcha. But it sounds like they are all agreed to give the Undercity their independence, but then they immediately got rocketed. So yes, sure. That's sad. But that means that they all realize we can't keep like trying to control these people. Like, they deserve their own freedom, they deserve their own stuff. We can't keep trying to like pretend to like that we give a shit about them or that we can help them, because clearly we can't. And I like that Jayce realized that. That was pretty good. And he realized it after that kid died. And in some ways, like, that kid probably helped out a lot to Jayce to realize that. So in a way, that was good. That was actually a good thing that happened. So yeah, shout out to that kid for dying in the right hands. Sorry, that's mean to say. But yes, Vi is angry and proactive, and she just goes and says, fuck it, I'm gonna take on Silco on my own, and just goes and fights Servica, and then tries to go. And then she was probably gonna try and go and fight Silco, but then she got taken by Jinx, and then the whole thing with Jinx and Caitlyn and Silco happened. And I mean, the most important part about this episode was definitely that. It was the whole sequence of Vi being tied up, Jinx just doing everything, and there you go. Yeah, okay. And afterwards was, oh god, like, I'm realizing I'm running out of things to say, because like a solid like third of the episode was everything on that side of the story, on at the fucking dinner table with Jinx. I do like how capable Caitlyn was. I do like that Jinx was the one that killed Silco, and then she realized what she is, and she doubles down on it. I'm Jinx. And I mean, the thing about this is that this is the thing I love the most about this, actually. Is that Jinx, I was worried that she would be like actually someone that loses her mind. To a degree, yes. But no. Everything that makes her go through the path of choices that she decides to go through makes sense. It is sound logic. It is very emotional. It is very much fueled by trauma and issues with her identity and her relationships and the fact that she just made another traumatic experience happen. All of this makes complete sense. It's not something of just like, oh, whatever, she went crazy because of the magic purple juice and just kill everyone. Like, no. Everything that happened with Jinx made absolute sense. She is a person with issues. She is a person with a lot of trauma. She is a person with a lot of issues regarding who she is and feeling accepted and feeling alone in her relationships and trust. And she's just going through another really bad experience. And she's at the point where she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna blow up that building because that's what my dad would have wanted. And I'm just gonna scream and cry. That was really good when she shot the rocket and she was like crying, and I think she was screaming too. And the tear was purple. That looked really fucking cool. That was sick. I wish my tears could be purple, like a fucking Homestuck troll. There you go. I just made everyone follow the chairs. Everyone knew Homestuck, because everyone who knew Homestuck hates being reminded that they know Homestuck. So I love doing that. I love bringing Homestuck out, just to slay any Homestuck fans. That's really funny to me. Anyway, Homestuck aside, Arcane, right? What else is there to say? I mean, Jayce just... Here's the thing. I don't like Jayce that much, but like, he actually did something really cool here, which is he just went to Silco and was like, I will give you everything. I just don't want your people to die anymore. And that's something really cool, because it's like, He legitimately doesn't care about like trade routes. He doesn't care about like a war. He doesn't want it, but like it's a thing where like he's like he doesn't give a shit about land. He's just like, fuck it, you people can have your entire like independence, sovereignty, your name, whatever. I just don't want more like people to die. And Silco is like, that works, I get everything. But then Jayce is like, you gotta give me Jinx. And Silco's like, fuck, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. I mean, it's not like it mattered, because all the events that happened regarding Jinx means that whatever choice was taken, it wouldn't matter at all. Because Silco just died, and then the console just exploded. So, there you go. I mean, I suppose the console exploded because Silco told Jinx, no matter what, I wouldn't give you away. But, maybe the console would have exploded anyway if he had said like, yeah, I was gonna give you away. Okay. The Donger is hanging out with Ekko, and it looks like the Donger is setting up shop on the place with the firelights where Ekko lives in. That's really cool. I really like that. Heimerdinger is just chilling with them. That would be cool if they start building like this weird society with the help of Heimerdinger, just creating gadgets and having like a good, stable place to live in. And Son just becomes, I mean, I'm going to call it Son. I'm not sure if it's going to become Son, but I'm going to call it Son, the Undercity. It would be cool if it becomes like a really good place. Not as good and like fucking fantastic looking as Piltover, but like a place that looks like a decent place to live in. It might still look like green sewers and shit, but like people might not be as unhappy as before if Heimerdinger can help out with Ekko and just create devices and just make people's lives a little bit better, you know? Heimerdinger is a founding father of Piltover. Like he could keep working for the help of the people and do something, so that would be nice. And then I think we have the fight scene between Vi and Servica. I think Servica's her name. The lady with the metal arm versus the lady with the two metal arms. That was so sick. That was such a cool fighting scene. I really like that. That was fantastic. Like, animation in the show just continues to be fantastic. And I just like Vi, and I like the way she punches. And like, there's a couple of things that happen in the show that like feel like they are meant for me, League player, that can understand them. But for someone who doesn't, they might be like, oh, okay, sure, that happened. Like with the fight between Vi and Servica, there was the moment where Servica tried to attack Vi, and Vi got like a shield, like a barrier. And if you're watching that without any League knowledge, you might look at that and you might be like, that's a little bit bullshit. You know, just like that sounds like a little bit like plot armor, you know, just like Vi was about to get like sliced or stabbed or whatever that was, and then suddenly like a magic barrier appear, and it's like, sure, whatever, the Fist had that for some reason, you just kind of have to roll with it. But if you're a League player, you should remember that Vi has a passive that she gains a shield after usage of her abilities, and it refreshes every like 40 seconds or something like that. So like, I completely forgot about that, but when I saw the fucking barrier, I was like, she does have that, that's true. So I like accepted it. I was like, hell yeah, that's cool. I forgot about that, but she does have the barrier. That's like her passive. It's not a big thing, but she does have that passive has saved my ass a couple of times fighting in ARAMs. I was just like, I'm gonna die, and then I don't, and I'm just like, hell yeah, the passive, the shield coming in clutch. So yeah, that was just a really good fighting scene. I really loved that. And the other scene that happened is when Jinx comes in and she brings this like plate, and she's like, I paid a visit to your girlfriend. Shout outs to the fact that she said girlfriend. Let's fucking go, lesbians. But she brings that, and if you don't know anything about League, you might think, like, if you just watch the show casually, just on its own, and you didn't know jack shit, you might think that you would think that she just straight up murdered Caitlyn, and she's just gonna show you Caitlyn's head. And even I thought that for a second, because I was thinking like, oh shit, are we gonna do like an alternate universe thing? Like, characters show up from the game, but they don't necessarily follow the same thing as the game. And I was starting to sweat. I was like, oh shit, did she murder Caitlyn? Fuck, Caitlyn's not at the table. Oh shit. And like, but I was thinking like, no, she has to be alive. She has to be alive. And then she like lifted it, and they didn't show you immediately. So I was like, okay, she's fine. She's fine. Because they clearly were building it up, so you thought that was Caitlyn. So when it became too obvious, I was like, it's not the case. She's fine. Okay, they're not gonna destroy the game lore. But if you didn't know anything about the game, if you didn't know that Caitlyn is actually like a character in the game, then I can see you, Arcane person, watching this for the first time being like, fuck, no, and then it's nothing, and then they get you, they debate you. But yeah, that's another like case where like I'm fine, but I can imagine anyone else watching this having like a heart attack at that moment, just like, oh fuck, no, my Caitlyn, no, she's fine, don't worry, she's fine. So yeah, Jinx made Vi try and choose between Caitlyn and Powder, well, and Jinx, I suppose, and like she told Jinx not to kill Caitlyn, which means that she cares about Caitlyn, which she took that bad. But then when Caitlyn had a minigun pointing towards Jinx, she's like, don't do it, she's my sister. Which then showed Jinx that Vi does care. But even though Vi cares, it doesn't mean that she accepts Jinx for who she is. And she just feels alone now. And she's just gonna run away. So yeah, I think that's gonna be my final review for this episode, my final thing. I think that's the main thing I'm taking from this season, I suppose. It's just how lonely of a character Jinx is. She's not like crazy. I mean, she's a little bit maybe, mostly because of trauma, but maybe what Sinch did to her maybe actually did cause her brain to go like a little bit weird. But ultimately, it really feels like she just is trying her best to just deal with who she is and what she's done and what she is becoming and what she has become, and just not being alone, and just her feelings of like trust and loneliness and just feeling replaced, and just like, yeah, like Jinx is weird, and just the trauma of just murdering everyone she cares about. Like, she literally murdered every person in her life that she cared about, with the exception of Vi and her original parents. Her original parents were killed by... Oh, earlier I said that Vander killed her original parents. Not directly. It was like the enforcers, but Vander was the one that started the fight, so in a way he did feel like he killed her original parents, but he didn't directly do so. But yeah, just like, she did kill Milo and Clagger and Vander in a way, and now Silco, and that's just another traumatic experience throughout the life of Jinx, and things are not going to get better anytime soon, so that's just sad. So yeah, I suppose we'll see what happens in Season 2. I don't know what story we're going to follow it up in Season 2. I'm recording this, and when the fuck am I recording this? March 21st, 2022. So whenever Season 2 comes out, yeah, it's going to be a while from now, I'm guessing. But just so you know, if you're watching this on a playlist, that's where I'm at right now in time. So yeah, that's it for the season of Arcane, I believe. I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about it. I just really enjoyed this show. This show was a fucking banger. Like, I enjoy the animation so much. So much of it looks like a fucking gorgeous painting. I think there was one shot where I looked at it and I was like, that looks like a painting. I think it was actually a painting in the show, what Mel painted, but still looked gorgeous. Everything in the show looks gorgeous. The animation is a banger. Soundtrack is pretty good. Voice acting is solid. The storytelling is fantastic. I'm just like, God, this show is great. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I don't know what else I'm going to be watching next week, because I'm going to choose myself something I want to watch next week, and I'm not sure what show is going to be. It might not be a show that gets a lot of views, but I still want to watch stuff on my own, you know? So I'm just going to replace the show with another show I want to watch, because I did this with Arcane. Nobody voted for it. I just wanted to watch it. So yeah, next week I'll be watching something else. Regardless, if you just want to dip out or stay, thank you so much for being here. That's gonna be it for this reaction episode of Arcane. If you would like to watch the full length for this episode reaction, you can do so at the Patreon. Also, to support the channel, check out the link in the description for that. Social media, all sorts of cool stuff. I stream on Twitch sometimes. If you care about games, want to show up over there, I stream on Twitch. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out. See you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Come on, shoot faster. Just a little bit of energy. Yeah.